everyone, welcome to my online yoga class. So today we are going to learn how to get to the Firefly Pose, Tittibhasana. Also sometimes you can hear the name as an insect pose. It's super fun pose. There's lots of fun to getting into it. It's quite advanced, I would say, but within the time it's getting easier and easier to get to this pose. And today I'm going to show you a preparation, how to open your hips, strengthen your shoulder and open your shoulder a little bit more, so it will be easier to get in the future to this pose. If you haven't warmed up yet, please do. I would recommend maybe 6 or 7 sun salutation. You can check my videos. I have a video with a particular sun salutation warm-up which you can use before coming to this practice. So the first pose we are going to do is Prasarita Padottanasana. So you're going to stand high and open your feet much wider than the hip distance apart. And first of all, you're going to inhale, look up, and on exhale, we're going to just slide our hands down towards our ankle, keeping your spine, neck, and head in one line, with your shoulders roll back away from the ears. And we're going to take a deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, just sink with your chest closer to the floor. This pose increase inner thigh strength and increase flexibility in your legs, and open your shoulder as well. To open that shoulder, we're going to now do the half lift. Inhale, we're going to look up, open our arms. Exhale, we're going to sink deeper, and we're going to try to reach our big toe with index finger and middle finger. Make sure your feet are parallel. Your toes can be slightly in if you feel like you're sliding too much back, but not out. We're going to try to take a deep breath in, inhale, and on exhale, we're going to go deeper, squeezing our chin to our chest, rounding the upper spine. We're going to inhale, look up, exhale, go deeper, bringing our chin towards our chest, opening the shoulders away from each other, rolling that shoulder away from the ears, and trying to look to your buttock here. Stay here for 5 long breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, try to straighten your knees so you can get deeper into the pose. And stay here for another 4 breaths. And 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly look up and bring your heels towards the center of the mat. Going for the second pose, Malasana, this yogi squat we can call it. So from here your toes are open, your heels are in, and you're going to sink your buttock and pelvic floor muscle down. You're going to bring your hands to your heart, your elbow to your knees, and you're going to try to feel tall from your spine. So find the bottom of your spine. With your next inhale, grow nice and tall. You can move from your hip from right to left, feeling that nice opening in your inner groin. You can fix your gaze down and stay here for a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. This posture nicely opens your hips and the inner groin, tones the core, helps warm up pelvic floor muscle and open the hip joint. Also nice for warm up, especially when you swing from side to side. We're going to stop the movement, and from here we're going to inhale, trying to squeeze belly towards the spine, lifting our core, feeling that lengthening in your spine. Keep pressing your hands, and you can even lift your heels up. You will feel deeper stretch in your inner groin. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths, so smile and relax your face and focus on your breath. Trying to bring your palms together. You might feel your hip warming up a lot here. Stay here for another 3 breaths, maintaining that deep, effortless breath. Good. Keep breathing for 2 more breaths. We're gonna stay here. You can do it. And only 1 more breath. Keep your spine long. Keep your chest open. Your shoulder gently roll back away from the ears. Relax them. Keep that neck long. And exhale, release. Slowly move your knees to the back. And from here, we're gonna come for more hip opening, more hip warm up. So from here, come back to the tabletop pose. Just move your shoulders and hips from side to side to release the stress. Maybe you create some stress from the previous pose in your inner groin and in your joints. And then the next step, bring your big toes together. You know this pose really well. It's a child pose. So we're gonna start walking. But instead of bringing our arms straight forward, we're gonna lower our forearm and elbow down. You can interlock your fingers and just stay here for a few moments, trying to open your knees a little bit wider to the sides. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to feel comfortable with your breath to stay in this pose. Sink your hips closer to the ground. Sink your hips closer to your heels. Same with your right and left buttock. Try to sink it closer to your heels so you can feel a nice stretch in your hip. Then we're going to slowly go deeper into the pose, opening our toes out. If you have sensitive knees, you can use the figure mat, and that should hopefully help you to not feel too much pain around your knee joint. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and try to relax. Relax your hip joint, pelvic muscle. That pose nicely opens the hips and inner thighs and inner groin. You might feel it deeply in there. Deep stretch. Try to relax your breath, and you see how your body nicely opens just with your breath. Your torso out, your breath is relaxed. We're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. So keep that soft, effortless breath. 2 more, you can do it. Yes, keep breathing. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. And slowly from here, moving out of this downward facing frog, not dog, frog. Bringing your toes closer towards each other, coming back to that modified child pose. Stay here, let your body to adjust. And then bring your knees closer and come back to the tabletop pose. Again, you can move your shoulders, hips from side to side. And moving to the next. So we're going to slowly move ourselves to the top of the mat. From your downward facing dog, we're going to step our right foot between our hands and drop our left knee down and stretch our arms up. Just start here, keeping your knee and ankle in one line, taking your right foot to the right edge of the mat. Feel your spine nice and long as you inhale, and as you exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Your hands are underneath your shoulder. And then slowly from here, we're going to move to the lizard pose. There are many variations which are going to help you to stay in the pose. First of all, if you feel pain in the knee, again, you can forefold the mat or put something softer there, or use the figure mat if you have sensitive knee. From here, we're going to take a deep breath in, inhale, and on exhale, we're just going to bring our right hand to the right knee and gently open your right inner groin. Opening your right foot and lifting your inner arch of the right foot. Try to look to your right hand, open your right shoulder, roll it gently away from the ear, And try to look towards your right hand or your right shoulder. Your left hand stays underneath your left shoulder. Your fingers are widely spread. And from here, bringing your right hand down. Staying here for one breath in, one breath out. Trying to adjust to the pose. And if you feel there is a space for you to go deeper, you can drop your forearm and elbow down. You can interlock your fingers if that helps you to stay still in a pose. And again, you can keep your head active here. So your spine, neck, and head can be in one line that will nicely strengthen your neck. But if you feel it's too much for you today, you can just lower your head towards your hands. From here, you can go even further to the pose and lift your left knee off the ground. You can shift your body weight forward and back, bringing a little bit of movement to warm up your joints. And then stay still for another 3 breaths here. To deeper opening of the right inner groin, you can bring that right knee closer to the ground. Feel that deep stretch in your hip joint. Your breath is steady and relaxed as always. And one more breath in, one more breath out. From here, bring your hands back underneath your shoulder. It's up to you if you want to drop that knee down or you want to keep it active away from the floor. And we're going to slowly walk our hands to the other side. Again, drop your right knee down, stretch your right and left arm up. Keep your left knee and left ankle in one line. And start walking with your left foot to the left edge of the mat. On your next exhale, lower your hands underneath the shoulder. Roll that shoulder away from the ears. Again, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, just to adjust yourself to this pose. And you can bring your left hand to your left knee and go deeper into the stretch of your left inner groin. It's an optional thing that if you want to deeper that stretch, you can lift that left inner arch and look towards your left shoulder. Your right hand will be underneath your right shoulder. And you can look towards your left hand or your left shoulder. Slowly coming back from the pose, bringing your both hands underneath the shoulder. Spreading your fingers wide. And again, you can stay here, or if you feel space to go down, bring your forearm and elbow down. Interlock your fingers. Again, if you want to work on strengthening that neck muscle, you can keep your spine, head, neck in one line. Or if you feel it's too much, a little bit for your neck today, you can just relax it down. Another option here to deeper the stretch in this pose is to lift your right knee off the ground, trying to keep your shoulders even. And again, directing gently your left knee towards the ground. You can move forward and back, just to warm up your joints. And then slowly come back to the still pose for 3 more breaths, staying here. 2 more breaths. Always keep that effortless breath. Natural, effortless breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. And then slowly lower your right knee down or keep it up. Up to you. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulder. And slowly lifting yourself up. Coming to the center. And you can just move from right to left. Just to release the tension from your right and the left hip. The next pose we are going to go is Tittibhasana. Is that side angle pose. You probably know very well. We do a lot of these postures in the yoga classes. The easy way will be to start with your left knee down. Again, stretching your arms up. And opening your arms to the sides. In this variation, I would suggest to bring your right hand to the inner side of the right foot. From here, stretch your left arm up and take your left hand behind your back. Trying to look for your right inner thigh And here we're opening and stretching nicely our shoulder. If for some reason that floor cannot be reached easily with your right hand, use the block. I don't have a block here, but if you have a block at home, you can bring your right hand and use the block as an extension of that hand. So you can really focus on opening your chest here. Again, step further into this pose would be to straighten your back leg and bringing your back foot to 90 degrees, opening that chest. And staying here for 5 breaths, or going a little bit deeper and bringing your right arm underneath your right knee, trying to look for your back. And then with your right hand, holding your left wrist behind your back. Opening your chest, trying to look towards your left shoulder. Great, we're gonna stay here for 2 more breaths. You might feel that opening in your right inner groin, your right hip. And very slowly release the pose. Bring your hands to the center and walk to the other side. Again, starting from dropping your right knee down, stretching your arms out, give a nice stretch to your spine. Excellent. And again, we're going on the other side. For the side angle pose, opening our arms and lowering your left hand to the inner side of the left foot. We need that stretch, we need that position of the hand to open the left inner groin and our shoulder. Stretching your right arm up and taking your right hand behind your back. Looking for your left inner groin. Again, feeling that you can't reach this floor easily and you cannot open the chest, bring the block underneath your left hand. Good, opening up. Again, another option to go deeper into the pose will be lifting your back leg, your right leg in this case. Bring your back foot to 90 degrees, opening your chest and opening that shoulder. You can stay here for 5 breaths or go a little bit deeper, lowering your left shoulder down and bringing your left arm underneath your left knee. Now your left hand holding the right wrist behind your back and your gaze is up to the ceiling. Your chest is open, your back leg is straight and active. In all these poses, we try to take the pressure away from the front knee and keep 60% on the body weight on the back leg. You should feel a nice stretch in your left hip. Good, we're gonna stay here for 2 more breaths. So smile and breathe. 2, and on 1, slowly release. Bring your hands underneath the shoulder and come to the center of the mat again. And here you can give yourself a 3 breaths to relax. You can bend your knees if your hamstring are a little bit tight. Hold on to the opposite elbows and just bounce here for 3 breaths. 2, swing. That's also an option here, whatever feels good. You feel your body better than me. So you know what feels good, what relaxes you. And on 1, just bend your knees, look up. And we're gonna come for Upavishta Konasana. So wide angle seated pose where we bring our legs to that L shape or a little bit wider. Up to you again. And start walking your hands, opening that thigh away from the floor. Same with your legs, just start from here. Flex your toes, keep them active like in Ashtanga pose, we keep here everything active. And on the next step, stretch your arms up to the ceiling. And on exhale, start walking to the center. That's our 7th pose, preparing us to that final firefly or insect pose. And here it really doesn't matter how close your elbow is to the ground. What's matter, you want to keep your spine, neck and head in one line. Your chest is open. Flexible people, of course, you can feel that you can bring your forearm and elbow down, then just do it. Feel there is more space to go deeper, then walk your hands even further, but keep that line, spine, head in one line. And if you feel still there is a space, you're gonna bring your stomach and chest to the ground.
And we're gonna go into this pose in 2 variations. That's variation A. We're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. Relaxing here your stomach and chest. And as you relax your breath, you go deeper into that stretch. And the second variation, we're gonna come back to that wide seated pose. And we're gonna start walking our hands to the sides, keeping our chest open. Again, you can stop at any point you feel that's your position for today. Of course, flexible people, you can go quite deep here and walk your hands towards your ankles. Or maybe you can go even deeper, bringing your stomach and chest and bringing your hands to the inner arch and opening your toes up to the ceiling. Again, we're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. As I was talking, you probably did 2 breaths already, so 3 more here. Trying to keep your shoulders even here. Look into the tip of your nose. Let you to go deeper into the pose. This is the simple drishti gaze work. And on your next inhale, slowly looking up and start walking yourself back. Excellent. Now you want to bend your right leg and left leg. If you feel some tension inside, you can just shake your legs and gently move them from side to side, moving to the opposite direction, your gaze. If your legs are to the right, your gaze is to the left. If your legs are to the left, your gaze is to the right. The next pose, Kurvasana, the sleeping tortoise or sleeping turtle pose. You might feel a little bit squeezed in this pose, so we're gonna go slowly into the pose. And whenever you feel to stop, you just stop there. Open your toes out, bend your knees, open your chest, and start bringing your arms underneath your legs. For some of us, that will be it, and you can just stay here. For those who feel a little bit more adventurous with this pose, you're gonna start bringing your arms more underneath your knees. Trying to open your hands to the opposite sides. Lifting your toes up and sliding your heels down will let you to go deeper and deeper into this pose. Again, you can stop at any point you feel, and then very slowly lower your stomach and chest to the ground. We're gonna stay here for 3 more breaths. Opening our hands to the opposite sides, feeling your spine long, and then relaxing with every exhale your stomach and chest. Trying to point your toes up to the ceiling and open your thighs away from the floor. How to come back? Slowly start bending your knees. Very slowly start coming back with your hands. And slowly release. Again, you can shake your legs a little bit. Bring your hands behind, move your knees from side to side. And the next pose, we're gonna go for Baddha Konasana. Bringing your feet together, holding the top of your feet, and just moving your knees like a seated flying butterfly. Actually, Baddha Konasana means a butterfly. We call this pose butterfly pose. So you can just move your knees, warming up your joints and inner groin. And from here, whenever you're ready, stop the movement. Bring your knees closer to the floor. Inhale, look up. And on exhale, you can use the block. If you have a block, you can bring it underneath your forehead. Try to ground your sitting bones. And very slowly start deeper in your breath to sink with your forehead closer to the ground. Inhale, we're gonna look up. We're gonna bring our feet a little bit further, Moving to Baddha Konasana B. Bringing your arms underneath your knees. Right arm underneath the right knee, left underneath the left knee. Your hands to the top of the feet. Open the chest. And this time trying to bring your nose or forehead to the sole of your feet. Try to relax. Here you can stretch your upper spine up to the ceiling, feeling the nice opening in your upper spine. Inhale, slowly coming all the way up. Very slowly. Again, shake your legs. Bring your hands underneath your shoulder. Move from side to side. And this is the 9th pose now. Coming closer and closer to our final posture. From here, we're gonna sit and ground our sitting bones. Stretch our left leg forward and bend our right knee. So you can bring your right foot to your left elbow. Hug it like a baby. Bring your right arm around the right knee and just move it from side to side. If you have a belt or anything really like a string which you can put around your foot, that will be very helpful for the next stage we are going to go. We are just about to go. So from here, we're going to bring our right arm in and try to bring our right knee as high as we can towards the right shoulder. Here you can put the belt around your right foot and hold it with your left hand. The string should be long so you can really open it like long. If you're really flexible and you can hold that foot with your left hand, you can lower your right hand down and straighten your right leg, opening your left elbow up to the ceiling and then to the back. Slowly flexing your toes of the left foot and trying to bring your right leg higher. For those who use the belt, this posture might look like that. That's fine. Wherever you are, whatever props you're using, you are in the right place. Just make sure you stretch and work out with your body safe. From here, we're going to stay for 2 more breaths. Feeling your spine long, feeling your sitting bone grounded here. And then we're going to slowly release. Release. Roll your shoulders up to the ceiling, then towards your ears and to the back of the room. Straighten your right leg and switch to the other side. Now bringing your left foot to your right elbow, hugging it like a baby, and just moving and rocking it from side to side. Again, if you were using the belt before in the right side, you probably need it for the left side, so keep it somewhere close. Now putting your belt or holding your left foot with your right hand and bringing your left arm inside, lowering your left hand down and directing your right elbow up to the ceiling and to the back of the room. So you can feel a nice stretch in your left leg. Flex the toes of your right foot. Again, feel long with your spine. Feel your sitting bone grounding here. Trying to hold it tight to that big toe if you're holding your big toe, or holding tight to your belt. Breathe in, breathe out. For 2 more cycles here. And 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out. And very slowly release. Again, now you can either bend your knees or keep them straight. Give a nice roll to your shoulder. And moving to the final pose. So I'm going to show you 2 variations. Our final pose. The first variation is with the chair. Everyone can do this one. It will really help you to to align yourself correctly in this pose and make this pose achievable for everyone. So if you have a chair like this, it's more or less, looks like a yoga chair. You're gonna sit on it, and from here, if you have 2 bricks, you can bring your bricks to the floor and bring your hands to that bricks. That will allow you to reach the floor, if in a case you cannot. And from here, we're gonna just look up, open our shoulder, and try to lift our legs up. Excellent. The next step, we're gonna try to bring our shoulders underneath our knees. Bring our hands down closer to the chair. We're gonna look up and lift up. Again, you can use the bricks here, if you have your bricks. And that will allow you to feel the pose and hopefully to get you closer to it. Now the full pose without the chair. I always say believing that you can do a pose, it takes you already halfway into it. So from here, we're gonna do a small preparation for it. So first, open your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And kind of go for this yogi squat, this malasana pose. Bring your right shoulder underneath your right knee, left shoulder underneath your left knee, and your hands to the top of your feet. And try to lift your pelvic floor muscle, lengthen your spine, and feel long here. Open the chest. Good, keep breath, steady and relaxed. On the next movement, we're gonna try to lift our buttocks slightly higher. So you can walk your knees a little bit up towards the shoulder and try to bring your hands behind your heels. And that's very important. Try to bring your hands to the ground. If they don't come to the ground, then you need to use the blocks and make sure you press the block a lot with the bottom of the hands. Try to open your fingertips and curl your fingers like you try to hold the mat. Then squeeze your belly in towards the spine, and you might feel that you can lift your heels off the ground and you suddenly feel very balanced here. And you can straighten your legs, open your feet, look up, open the chest, and keep squeezing your belly towards the spine. Activate that pelvic floor muscle, and here you are in a pose. Hope you are in a pose with me. Keep lifting up, keep lifting up. Good. Spread your fingers. Open the chest. Smile. If you make a pose, thanks to that warm-up, please send me a picture or a comment on Facebook or Patreon, Moon Yoga, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, also to this pose, you need to strengthen your arms. Strengthening arms is in the separate episode, separate video, so I invite you today to look at it. And if you are ready to relax, then go for your favorite pose, stretch into it to relax, lie down in your Shavasana.